there! Let's keep your week rolling just right. The right mix of news and conversation. Now, whether you're catching us online, on TV, or on the radio, hop on, join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day! And it is a beautiful day, albeit a bit gloomy.
Yeah, a bit gloomy.
Oh, and you know what I loved about, for those who don't know, after the show, every day, we normally have a meeting that dapat 15 minutes lang pero umaabot ng 1 hour, 1 hour 15. And
minsan tumatagal pa eh.
Minsan
until
tumatagal
lunchtime.
Pa. That's true.
Yes.
And the reason why I bring that up is because I had
why?
I had I could not get over yung resolution natin yesterday because yesterday we finally started yung countdown po natin to Christmas kasi nag 100 days, all right?
100 days.
100 days. But gusto ko yung rebranding natin. Hindi lang 100 days before Christmas. Magiging 100 beautiful days. Diba? Kasi Christmas season na talaga.
Oo naman. And it is a beautiful day kasi not only are we counting down Christmas for you guys, ngayon 99 na.
Oh
so
my
later meron lang na tayong ilalabas sa ating screen.
Uh-oh.
So we need to have pictures on our BNC Instagram account.
Yes, we do.
So we have to count it there also, diba?
Yes.
Every single day until Christmas Day. But it's also like Christmas on our show today kasi we have a musical guest joining us. But before that, of course, we have Besties Ask.
Of course.
So we'll have another crossover with our DJs from Mellow 94.7 BFM. I believe our topic for Besties Ask today is, what is a lesson you learned because of a previous work experience?
Ayun, pwedeng good lesson or pwedeng life lesson, diba?
Pwede. You know what? I love how we started from dating, talking about dating, tapos pa-serious ng pa-serious.
Oo.
Diba last week was what would you be doing if you had no fear?
Yes, so
right?
feeling ko as we are maturing in topics na
Ready na tayo for mature roles.
aabot din tayo sa like what do we include sa prenup? Mga ganon. Yung mga ganon level na.
Mga life advice na.
Oo.
Well, anyway, on our OBB, it says life hacks.
Yes.
So you can get life hacks on the show as well, right?
Of course. And
Yeah.
syempre, we all have all that later on in Besties Ask. And we mentioned we also have a musical guest
Yes.
coming in later. And of course, we're going to have a Weather HQ with the good people from BFAR joining us later on. We're going to have the Chief Information Officer, si Nazer Briguera, coming in as well. Of course, we're going to talk about FishCon week particularly, and of course call for sustainability because we're still all about sustainability.
Of course.
And of course, depending on the industry you're talking about, depending on the field, it changes what we need to do. So yeah, a lot on the table here today.
That's right. And also our friends from Globe, they're joining
Yes.
us today. They are celebrating 10 years of G-Day.
G-Day.
I am a proud Globe subscriber. I had to tell our guest kanina in the makeup room. I was like, I'm a Globe subscriber.
Sip,
Globe
sip.
Platinum. Oh, hindi Grabe sip. I've always been a Globe subscriber. I've never
Okay.
changed network. So
Yeah. Well, how long have you had your phone number?
my phone number?
Yes, your
Tagal
phone
na. Single pa ako. Single pa ako. That was my number na. So, I don't want to change it kasi syempre,
Yeah.
I have business connections,
Yeah.
people who get me for hosting and everything. So, they need to know my number. And if I change it, di na nila ako marireach. So,
I haven't changed my number since I believe I was in high school. I think I got my number first year high school so that was way
yeah?
back in
Me, I think
2004.
college.
04.
college.
College ka. So
Yeah.
ano taon yun?
Huh?
All right, so
And also, hindi natin na intro na for Day Mix later. For Day Mix later, we will be joined by Gab Cabangon.
Yes,
The son of Noel Cabangon,
Yes.
of course. And for Day Mix, he actually calls himself the self-proclaimed indie nonchalant millennial sad boy. Gusto kong tanungin later, why are you sad?
Yeah,
Don't
boy.
be sad, boy.
Oo, and pero nonchalant naman.
Nonchalant naman.
Oo, pero I like the fact that he also considers himself a millennial.
Yeah, and you know what? He was doing his sound check a while ago.
Yeah.
And ang ganda ng tunog ng sound check kanina.
Of course.
Yeah, he was just really counting like 1, 2, and then he was singing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound check 1, 2, and I was like, wow, that's the most amazing sound check I have ever heard.
I'm
Mag-soundcheck nga rin
upset.
tayo ng ganon, Pao. But
Ayoko
before the
kasi
start
parang
of the
taas
show,
ang standard na eh.
sound check.
Or maybe not. Maybe mababa yung standard after that. But of course, we have so much to go through and not a lot of time to do it. So
Yes.
let's get rolling here. We normally start off by checking out what's happening on the road.
Yeah, so let us check the situation in major roads at this hour, guys. Here is a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. Left side of your screens, you're seeing the vehicles heading to Pasay City. Light traffic still as of this hour. On the opposite lane, same situation. Right side of your screens, those are the vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Light traffic on that area as well. Now let's take a look at EDSA White Plains this time. On the left side, you're seeing vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Moderate traffic already building up on that stretch. On the opposite lane, right side of your screens, those are the vehicles heading to Cubao. And we're seeing light traffic there as well. So to our listeners on Mellow 94.7 BFM, drive safe, okay, and fasten that seatbelt. Now, heads up to motorists, the expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Wednesday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 5 and 6 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. What will the weather be like this Wednesday? Let's find out from Paolo as he gives us today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Pao.
Thank you so much, Anne. We're going to focus here because as of 3:20 a.m. today, the center of Tropical Depression Mirasol made landfall over Casiguran in Aurora. So as we can see here, the Tropical Depression Mirasol already enveloping the northern part, Marisol rather, now enveloping the northern part of the country. Now, the storm center was last seen in the vicinity of Casiguran in Aurora. It packs maximum winds of 55 kilometers per hour near the center, gusts of up to 90 kilometers per hour, and is moving northwest at 10 kilometers per hour. Now, due to Marisol, tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is up in Batanes, Cagayan, including the Babuyan Islands, Isabela, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, northern and central Aurora, Apayao, Abra, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Ifugao, northern and eastern Benguet, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, and Polillo Islands. Now, Marisol will continue moving north-northwest across North Luzon and is expected to exit the Philippine airspace storm with a chance of becoming stronger once it reaches Cordillera, Aurora, Polillo Islands, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur. Expect cloudy skies, scattered rains, and thunderstorms. Meanwhile, the southwest monsoon is also here in the country. It is enhancing rains in southern Luzon and the western sections of Visayas and Mindanao. Now, this will bring cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms over the Bicol region, Mimaropa, western and central Visayas, Negros Island region, and the Zamboanga Peninsula. Now, for the rest of the country, generally fair weather is expected, though isolated thunderstorms remain possible, so do watch out for that. Now, let's check in on our sea conditions. There is no gale warning in effect today, despite the presence of Tropical Depression Marisol. Moderate to rough seas are expected in the eastern sections of southern Luzon and Visayas, as well as the coastal waters of northern Luzon. So do watch out for that. Again, a lot of that is because of the tropical depression in the country. Now, for safety, avoid sailing in these waters unless necessary, especially in the northern parts of the country. Now, for the rest, though, seas will be generally light to moderate, which means calmer waters and sudden rough conditions may still occur, though, so especially during thunderstorms. So make sure that you check the local weather before heading out to sea. To all our seafarers and fish folk, please continue to monitor the latest weather updates and always put safety first when heading out to sea. Now, that's it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao. Now on to our top stories this morning. House Speaker Romualdez at the center of an alleged ouster plot. Sources tell Bilyonaryo News Channel Romualdez already plans to step down to ease tensions amid the flood control scandal. He also had reportedly cleaned his office. However, Romualdez's speaker, Robert Ace Barber, sings a different tune.
Paano ka naman at bakit ka naman magre-resign kung 90% o mahigit 90% ng kasamahan mo sa Kongreso ay sumusuporta sa iyo, di ba? Pangalawa, anong dahilan para bumaba? Alam mo, isa sa mga vulnerabilities ng isang politiko, lalo higit isa kang speaker, ito mga intriga at mga marites. Alam nga naman gawin nating basihan yung marites para tayo bumaba sa pwesto.
A few names to replace Romualdez had floated, including Bacolod Representative Albi Benitez, Navotas Representative Toby Tiangco, Cebu Representative Duke Frasco, and Deputy Speaker Faustino Boji D. In an information obtained by BNC, Romualdez had excused himself from the House of Representatives Tuesday to meet with his cousin, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. So make sure that you are tuned in to BNC all day today as we keep you updated on this if there's going to be a shakeup in Congress leadership. So according to our to reports, nalinis na daw yung office ni Speaker Romualdez, and the name daw from the desk tinanggal na din. So we'll find out later, and there are talks also that si Representative Faustino Boji D will be replacing Martin Romualdez. So we will find out. We'll give you more updates today.
Yeah, I mean, like, as we mentioned in the past, diba? Because of the flood control scandal, the mess investigations, the names that have been mentioned obviously are going to be under the microscope a bit more. Diba? So moves like this are not too unexpected, at least looking from the outside looking in.
And I believe are necessary.
Are necessary
like
as well.
this, yeah.
Yes. So we're going to see how this develops further. Because there have also been people, certain representatives who have volunteered to lead as well. So, of course, that doesn't necessarily mean na they will be getting the votes or the leadership position. So, tignan natin on how things develop from there.
I believe we'll find out today.
Yes. I believe it'll happen today as well. So we're going to move on here because Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon did not mince words over his anger and frustration while inspecting a flood control project in Bawang in La Union.
Anak na mga tao. Can you see? Can you just...
Nakikita ba kami sa pool? Kasi gagamitin natin sa ebidensya.
This is a joke.
While inspecting the site with ICI Special Advisor and Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong, they found a project that was unfinished and using substandard materials. That's despite the project being declared completed back in March, according to DPWH records.
Hindi tayo magtataka kung yung ibang mga tubong nakikita nyong nakausli, ganun din. Na hindi talaga pinasok para makakuha ng tubig, para daanan ng tubig. So, talagang ako sasabihin ko na garapagan to. Bagong-bago pa lang may portion na daw na nasira, sabi nung ibang mga residente.
The project was found to be under Silver Wolves Construction, who according to sumbong sa Pangulo.ph obtained 28 flood control projects since 2022 worth more than 3 billion pesos. Mayor Magalong has declared the site as a crime scene.
We're going to declare this as a crime scene. Isa-secure namin to. Kung sakaling merong mag-intrude dito, kakasuhan din natin. Tulad din siguro ng pagpapile nila Sec Beans dun sa case nung sa Bulacan, halos magkakapareho yon. Halos ganun din ang mga ipapile natin kaso.
Well, you know, we talk about this all the time when we first heard and started seeing yung mga ghost projects or yung mga substandard or incomplete pero kompleto na daw according to DPWH. And this, unfortunately, may be one of many that we will be discovering in the next few weeks and months. Because yung issue din na sa flood control project, why siguro it might not be seen by some people or how substandard they are, is kasi hindi nakikita eh. It's literally underground sometimes, or it's literally nakabaon sa
Ito
lupa
nga,
na ano.
Yeah, ito nga, 'di ba? Pinakita the pipes that they installed.
display.
Akala mo, 'di ba? This props lang. Yun nga yung pag-describe nila, parang props lang siya. So it's just on the surface, and you would think that they would go deeper pa, pero when they unearthed it,
It doesn't.
wala pala.
Diba?
Props
Yeah.
lang pala. So nakakagalit, and this is the reason why people are angry. Si Secretary Dizon is angry. Mayor Benjamin Magalong is also angry. So kasi niloloko na talaga tayo. Plus, this was already declared completed nung March of this year pa. And yet, look at that, di ba?
Well,
what did they complete? And what did we, taxpayers, pay for?
The term used by Secretary Dizon, garapalan,
Oo.
and yeah, I mean, accurate words to use with regards to this situation.
I think that's putting it mildly pa nga eh.
Oh, yeah, you could use
if you
more
look at all
colorful
these,
language.
That's true. But more revelations, I believe, will be expected soon, lalo na na-form na yung ICI, right? So, more investigations, more revelations, more big names to come up. And sana meron na talagang managot. Diba? Okay, moving on. Yet another Senate meltdown. Senators Jinggoy Estrada and Joel Villanueva steaming in anger over corruption allegations. But despite the drama, both Estrada and Villanueva bit the challenge to show their bank accounts for scrutiny.
Nung si Bryce Hernandez na, nagbanggit ng dalawang senador, front page na kaagad kami. Kahit hindi totoo yung sinasabi niya. Na walang basihan. 30% commission daw. I'm sorry. Strike that from the record. Strike out the record.
Stricken off the record.
Ever since, we have been consistent ever since. In fact, we have a bill for government officials na dapat naka-waive yun. I was just elected as Committee on Banks Chair. We pass it.
Sir, for the record, you're open.
Definitely ever since I'm open. Ever since.
Okay, sir.
Former DPWH Bulacan 1st District Engineer Bryce Hernandez previously accused both the senators of accepting kickbacks as high as 30%. Estrada, who was detained for corruption and plunder charges in the pork barrel scam in 2014, lashed out for being singled out. Villanueva, meanwhile, cried foul once more over what he claims is the Senate's failure to shield him from accusations.
Kayo yung gawan na sabihin, idinala sa bahay nyo yung pera. Doon po sa simbahan ng JIL Church. Mr. President, hindi ko alam kung anong mararamdaman nyo kung nasa sapatos ko po kayo. Kahit ho si Satanas, hindi papayag dun sa script niya. Tatanggap ka ng suhol sa simbahan.
You know, in that Senate session, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano said that kailangan walang exempted dun sa investigations on the flood control project. So kahit city na baluarte niya or some other famous politicians like maybe Pasig, Mayor Vico Soto's city, kailangan walang exempted. Lahat yan imbestigahan. And I think that's the way to do it, di ba? So kahit na ang may hawak ng certain area nito is some powerful congressman or senator or governor, investigate on that,
Yes.
di ba?
And of course,
Walang santuhin.
And of course, syempre, when allegations are made, again, considering just how deep-rooted the problem is rather, there are going to be, if you remember how we mentioned a while ago, that it probably won't be the first time that we've seen ghost projects that are rediscovered it. I wouldn't be surprised if more names to come about that are allegations and challenges will be made, like what was made to Senators Estrada and Villanueva, to show yung mga
Proof.
bank accounts nila.
Yeah, the bank accounts
Yes.
and everything.
Yes, Senator Estrada actually said that he would waive the privacy just to show yung bank accounts as well. So again, this feels like as long as allegations are being made, we're going to see more similar stories
Yes.
when it comes to this type of situation. Pero syempre, the process
More
hopefully
reactions
becomes
like
more,
that, I guess, di ba?
more emotional
But this is going to be a
reactions,
challenge
yes.
also for the investigative bodies,
Yes.
right? Kasi as you come out with these allegations, kailangan meron siyang resibo. And that's the only way to go about it, I guess. Investigate further so that makita natin, ano naman yan eh, like what we talked about before, may paper trail naman yan eh, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be easy to trace.
Alam mo, I wish we could do the news for an hour.
I know,
and
diba?
just talk about it, diba? Yung podcast style talaga. Kasi grabe.
Sinasabihan na
there's so
tayo,
much
okay.
to talk about. And sinasabihan na tayo.
We only
eh.
have a certain number of minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna move on here because over 200 groups have signed up for the upcoming anti-corruption protest set for September 21 Sunday, with an expected turnout of about 15,000 people.
Umabot ng 200 groups ata yung nag-sign up po sa atin sa Trillion Peso March, pero hindi ko po nakita yung huling listahan. At saka ang current count po namin ng dadalo ay nasa 10 to 15,000 people ang sasama. Ang malinaw po sa grupo natin ay walang sinasanto yung grupo natin, no. So kung kung Duterte man yan, Marcos o kung sino mang past administration, ang panawagan po ay pananagutan para sa lahat ng mga anomalya tungkol sa corruption, tungkol sa infrastruktura.
In an interview on BNC's Agenda, the spokesperson for the Trillion Peso March, Kiko Aquino D, made it clear that there are no politicians or public figures above accountability. He also said this is likely only one of many protests to come. He added that while the formation of the Independent Commission on Infrastructure, or ICI, is a positive step, it needs additional powers to fulfill its role and still requires oversight.
We're definitely in the one of many scenario po, no. So sinusubaybayan po natin yung development po sa yung ICI po, yung Independent Commission on Infrastructure, na panawagan na po ito ng civil society for some time, even before this came up with President Marcos. And while positive step na nabuo na nga siya, kailangan pa rin to ng dagdag na ngipin po, no. So hindi siya magkakaroon ng subpoena powers, contempt powers kung wala pong legislation na magbumula sa Kongreso. So yung support na binigay ng Senado sa anti-corruption campaign to convince them to pass yung legislation na ito.
President Bongbong Marcos should not be spared from accountability in the flood control scandal. That remark from House Deputy Minority Leader and ACT Teachers Party List Representative Antonio Tino. On Bilyonaryo News Channel's On Point, Tino questioned why Marcos did not veto flood control funds in past budgets, but did so for 2025.
He vetoed 26 billion pesos worth of flood control projects in 2025. So, kaya palang gawin yun eh. The past 3 budgets that he passed, okay, they have the unprecedented levels of flood control funding. No? So, this is the condition that enabled all of the corruption that we're talking about.
Tino also says the mass rallies on September 21st should not ignore Vice President Sara Duterte. This after the VP again refused to explain how she spent her confidential funds at Tuesday's House briefing on her proposed 2026 budget.
Mukhang hindi po katanggap-tanggap sa publiko, mga public officials na hindi willing magpaliwanag kung paano nila ginagastos ang budget ng taong bayan. Yun ang panawagan, di ba? It's for accountability, transparency, sa lahat.
Right.
That includes the highest officials, the president, the leaders of both houses, down.
Tino says he will attend the protest in Luneta on Sunday. Now, in world news, a New York State judge dismissed 2 terrorism-related counts against Luigi Mangione over the December 2024 killing of health insurance executive Brian Thompson. The 27-year-old remains charged with second-degree murder and 8 other criminal counts in the case. Mangione has pleaded not guilty to state and federal charges of killing Thompson. The United Healthcare CEO was shot and killed outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel. His killing was widely condemned by public officials, but Mangione has become a folk hero to some Americans who decry steep healthcare costs.
Now moving on to sports, Alas Pilipinas makes history earning their first ever win in the FIVB Volleyball Men's Championship with a 4-set win over world number 21 Egypt on Tuesday at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Alas started strong and ended even stronger in the 4-set affair, 29-27, 23-25, 25-21, and 25-21. Brian Bagunas and Leo Ordiales led the charge for the Philippines with a combined 46 points, while Mark Espejo chipped in with 13, including the match-winning block. The win lifted the Philippines to world ranking 77, and the host nation's maiden win deadlocks the Pool A nations with similar 1-1 records, which means the September 18 games between Egypt and Tunisia, as well as Alas Pilipinas against Iran, are all do-or-die affairs to advance to the round of 16.
Now here is our first cup of tea this morning. The trailer for The Housemaid has just dropped, featuring Sydney Sweeney, Amanda Seyfried, and Brandon Sklenar. The film, directed by Paul Feig, is based on Frida McFadden's 2022 thriller novel and follows a woman, played by Sweeney, who takes a job as a housemaid for a wealthy family, only to uncover dark secrets behind their perfect facade. Feig promised a psychological thriller full of tension and twists, with Sweeney admitting she was hooked on the novel the moment she read it. The Housemaid hits theaters December 19th. Now for some somber news, Hollywood icon Robert Redford has passed away. The go-to leading man of the 60s and 70s turned filmmaker and founder of the Sundance Institute has died at the age of 89, as reported by the New York Times. Best known for his early works such as the Western Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Redford never won an Oscar for Best Actor, but in his first outing as director of the family drama Ordinary People, it won Oscars for Best Picture and Best Director. His legacy lives on in the Sundance Film Festival, which showcases independent projects and helps launch the careers of new artists. Our prayers and condolences going out to the family and the loved ones of the late Robert Redford. Now, Besties Ask is next with DJ Yen of Mellow 94.7 BFM.
Plus, Globe celebrates 10 years of G-Day. Globe Chief Marketing Officer Roche Vandenberghe joins us later in the Hangout. Stay tuned. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Beautiful Day. It's time for the ultimate crossover to brighten up your day. DJ Yan joins us all the way from the Mellow 94.7 BFM studio. Good morning, bestie.
Good morning, besties. How are you?
We are good.
Doing great.
Yes. So what are we talking about today for Besties Ask?
Well, this was all about work. What is something or what is a lesson that you learned from a previous work experience? It doesn't have to be your current work. A previous
Okay.
work experience would count.
So we'll ask you. We'll throw the question to you
Okay,
first.
I can go first.
Yes.
I think for me, if there's something that I really learned after every single work experience, it is to read your contract like 2, 3, 4, 5
Oh, yeah, that's
times
very
back
important.
to back. If you're unsure about something, you have to ask and ask and ask until everything is clear. That's when you sign it. That's something that I learned.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's very important. Some people don't really read their contracts and just sign at the end.
Yeah, and if you're, you're confused by the legalities, you can talk
Kasi
to a
it's-
lawyer. You can talk to a lawyer friend.
Pwede
Actually get
naman,
some
yeah.
help.
Because
Oo.
nobody wants to read the fine print, right?
Or they don't understand
I
it
do.
even if they want to.
Oh,
Diba?
yeah, exactly.
Oo.
Sometimes, diba, the wordings are kind of hard to understand.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
minsan nakagulat yung tao na, for example, yung compensation nila is not necessarily what's written in the contract because it's gross pala and they don't understand the computations. May mga ganun,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Or yung mga leaves or kailan nagagamit or basta it's really it could be the
Yeah.
fine print talaga. So that's really interesting.
It is,
Oo.
it is. How about you?
Ako
Ikaw muna, nag-isip pa ako eh.
Isip ka pa. No, ako naman, it's, I guess it's the ability that not all mistakes are fatal. Like,
Okay.
especially when you're younger, mga first jobbers, mga yuppies out there, and you're expected to learn. Minsan, you're so paralyzed by the fear of making a mistake, you don't perform or you don't try to grow
Yeah, oh my
in certain
gosh.
aspects.
I have the same problem.
Now?
We also-
Until now, sometimes.
Okay, guys, so you
Yeah.
can learn from my mistakes, ha? Or like yung past experience ko. Kasi ganun
Yeah.
talaga eh. I mean, like, at the end of the day, when you grow in terms of your skill set or as a person, mistakes have to be made because when there is a gap between success and failure, it's filling in that gap in between that growth happens.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's for me yung lessons ko. Kasi my previous work experiences, especially sa media landscape, when I made mistakes there or I did not perform well enough, then ko nakakita, okay, this is my space to grow. And
Okay.
that's what I enjoyed filling up. Oh, ano? Sa'yo naman.
Medyo, you know what, I medyo nakarelate ako with that, ha? Kasi nga, I have this fear of making mistakes. And then, whenever I make a mistake, talagang I become too hard on myself. Like, feeling ko like it's the end of the world. Do you get that, DJ Yan? So,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, diba? So parang feeling mo wala nang tomorrow. And I always get that imposter syndrome. But I guess throughout the years, what I learned from that is just don't sweat the small stuff. So if you do make mistakes, then just learn from it and try to make yourself better every day.
Yeah.
So, and also, your only competition is yourself. So all throughout the years, with everyone that I have worked with and all the industries I've been in, yun lang yung pinaka what I remember. Because sometimes you experience like you compete with the people around you, but really your only competition is you. So you have to be the better version of who you were yesterday. So every day it has to be that process.
DJ, and feeling mo ba all of these lessons that we have shared so far, including yours, applicable ba yan sa
Yeah.
love life? Yung fine
Teka
print
lang.
ng contract, pwede pang prenup.
Competition sa love life.
Oo,
Parang
pwede.
sana wala tayong kakompetensya sa love life, di ba?
Ayun, kung may competition ka sa love life,
so.
ayun, away na yan.
Pag may competition ka sa love life, you have to talk to Coach V.
Ayun.
And ask
actually.
for
You're
advice.
talking to the wrong person.
Ay, DJ yan, that's true. Oo. Well, but that's really, I think that this topic's really interesting kasi syempre, there's so many ways that you can go about it.
Yes.
You can go very specific, but then, I'm excited to hear what your listeners have to say. How can they reach out to you guys, DJ Yen, to talk about this more?
They can reach out 947 Mellow on Facebook. And actually, some of our besties already answered on Facebook. Yesterday, they said they mastered the art of multitasking. The other people, they were saying they have to be more resilient. Like, same as your experience, like the both of you. Like, one mistake doesn't mean you're gonna be out of a job tomorrow. You just have to learn from it.
That's right. Thank you so much, Bestie. Another interesting conversation with you. We are so looking forward to next week's Besties Ask DJ Yen till our next hangout next Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now moving on, Globe kicked off this year's G-Day earlier this September to thank its loyal customers with exciting gifts and life-changing prizes. New treats await GlobeOne app users every day. Now find out how you can join in the month-long Festival of Rewards. Globe Chief Marketing Officer Roche Vandenberghe joins us in the Hangout. Beautiful day, Roche. Thank you so much for joining us. I am so happy when you told me a while ago na pati ikaw nahihirapan ka sa last name mo.
It's such a challenge
so
to pronounce.
appreciative of that.
Yeah.
Oh, you made me feel very comfortable today.
Wait, so how do you pronounce your last name,
How
Roche?
do I pronounce? Good morning first, a beautiful morning to everyone. Okay, how do I pronounce my surname? It's Vandenberghe.
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 Ah, binaberghe ko eh.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Vandenberghe.
But don't
thank you
worry,
so much.
like what you said, Paolo, it's kind of difficult, so you can call me Roche. That's much easier for everyone.
You know, what's not difficult is being able to celebrate the 10 years that you are celebrating now with Globe. Of course, 10th year of G-Day, annual celebration of gratitude for your customers. When we hear about G-Day, when you talk about G-Day, what does that mean?
Okay, so it's actually so it's really true. It's really the 10th year that we're celebrating. Thanking everyone, our loyal customers who've been with us for so long. But also what's exciting this year is that it's really all about them looking at their passions and coming up with a lot of prizes, surprises, and most especially one-of-a-kind experiences. That's G-Day for you. And of course, later on, I can talk about all the things that's in store for them.
This started out as rewards and perks, right? So why did you create like G-Day?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, it started out as rewards and perks, but then we felt that because we wanted to really thank our customers, then why not make it a month long? In fact, this year we're even extending it up to October because there are so many things that we can thank our customers for being with us for all those years.
You know, it's just so fantastic. You mentioned all these years. Again, 10 years is such a fantastic achievement, right? So, when you talk about yung growth nito, like, can you tell us a bit more about the story of G-Day, how it has grown from yung humble beginnings niya to what it is today?
Yeah, so it really started with rewards, right? And then it started with a day, with a month, and later on, it's really becoming more of the surprises. Because when we think of, let's say, loyalty, right? It's not really just about points, right? Just like others. It's really more of rewarding with experiences. We're taking it to another level. We're doing nationwide. We even have we're tapping not just our customers, but also helping businesses, right? With the right learning skills. We're tapping as well with, for example, last weekend, as you know, Bini is one of our actually ambassadors, right? There's even thanking our customers and our fans actually for Bini to spending day with them.
You know what, when Roche said loyalty all throughout the years ng mga Globe customers, gusto ko mag-raise ng hand. Loyal Globe customer for a good number of years.
She wants to be with Bini kasi sa Coachella. Which congratulations,
I wish,
by the way,
yes.
to Bini.
And then, sabi kasi
Congratulations
rewards
to them.
and perks. Wait. But yeah, G-Day isn't just one day, so it's a month-long celebration. What were the exciting experiences that you kicked off already and will continue to have for the entire month?
Okay, so what started already? So when we started in September, there's an everyday surprises. So for our customers, all they need to do is to go to GlobeOne app, and then every day they can play games, they can have surprises. So it's very easy. Second, over the weekend, actually last Saturday, as I've mentioned earlier, we've had our G-Day Bini fan meet.
Yeah.
So a lot of activities. What's really exciting is actually the G-Day raffle rush, right? So again, all they need to do is to go to GlobeOne. Every customers, they already get a raffle points. Then if you want more chances of winning, all you need to do is to exchange rewards. Then, this is the exciting part. What actually do you get, right? So, apart from you have your restaurant vouchers and experiences, actually, we're giving away a lot of prizes. For example, you can get a BYD, electric car, even with charging credits. You even get it's actually for four, a business class trip to Japan.
Wow.
Aside from that, that's just the starting part. Yeah,
Okay.
you have as well credits as well with GCash. And then, ito yung pinaka-exciting of all the prizes. Of course, there are so much more is that you get to win, a chance to win property, right? So, it's condo with Amaya
Wow.
in Pasig, and then a house and lot.
Wait, paano
Two-bedroom
sumali?
house and
Hold on.
lot. Oo, game. Ano na, just open your...
Paano sumali ka
Just
na?
open your
Actually,
G1 app. Oo.
Because I believe I have never used my rewards since I became a Globe subscriber many years ago. It's time to do it now.
Now it's the time. Now it's the time.
Now it is the time for sure. There's also a G Fair happening. That's going to be happening on September 19 and 20. Can you tell us a bit more about this? And of course, how can people actually participate and join in?
Okay, all they need to do is to go there. It's happening this Friday and Saturday. It's actually us supporting our local, so it's a marketplace technically in BGC Amphitheater area. All they need to do is to go there and of course look at our partners there with local wares. But aside from that, we're also actually trying, right, help our entrepreneurs technically, right, by giving learning skills. So what does it entail? So for example, they'll have one-on-one example with DTI, they'll have sessions with Canva, they'll have business solutions meeting happening in that area and also in the Globe Business Center. So it's really us helping that community. So it's an exchange marketplace, and at the same time, the learnings that's happening on how to uplift their lives and how to grow their businesses. So that's what we're all about this coming Friday and Saturday.
So how can Globe users, Globe subscribers participate in these events? Where
so-
do they have to register?
Yeah, so all they need to do for the G Fair, all they need to do is to go there. But
Okay.
for the rest, for example, the raffle rush, the G-Day raffle rush, and even the everyday surprises, go to GlobeOne app, download, and then you will see there all the nudges, for example, and then click, because automatically as a customer, you are already entitled for a raffle, and then exchange their rewards for more chances of winning, right? And if you are a Globe subscriber, right, or customer, but you haven't downloaded the GlobeOne app yet.
I
this
haven't.
This is the
there.
time. This is the time.
I can
Every
be the
day.
guinea pig today. Okay.
So, and it's not just online. We also have a lot of offline as well. So,
Okay.
as I've said earlier, we're going around the region. We've been to, so there's the Cebu, Davao, and other legs. Even here, of course, Caloocan. And yeah, so I think there's about around more than 10 areas where our subscribers there can actually interact, have experiences as well with our partners and in all the nationwide booths actually that we built there.
Okay.
I was just looking through all of the footage we're showing here, of course, of G-Day, of all of your celebrations, and I have to go back to Bini. Kasi, if I'm not mistaken, the number of fans that were at the fan meet was 1,500. And my partner here is of a certain generation. When I mean of a certain generation, the reason why I bring
yung
that up...
matagal ng Globe subscriber.
Oo, when I talk about a certain generation, I look at the footage there and I see people who probably were not born when Anne had her first Globe number. So, when we talk about addressing the new generation by bringing in Bini, gaano yan ka-importante for Globe?
So it's very important, as we know, it's not just about connectivity, it's really the experiences and the life that you get out of it, right? So we're enabling life, right? So first, music is universal. So even if you have Bini, of course, they have a very huge youth fan base. Again, music, it's universal. So first, it's not just a concert during that time. It's more of fans, Globe enabling them, our fans interacting with them, getting to know them, their real life, their hopes, aspirations, and basically enjoying everyone. So again, because with Globe, it's really more for rewarding experiences. And what's good again this year connecting to the Bini is making it personal. So there are parts of the program that it's very, I would say, targeted. The experience very targeted. If they're into singing, if they're into dancing, if they wanted to share common experiences with Bini, for example, they were able to experience it last Saturday.
Yeah, grabe. I mean, I'm just looking at that. if you like it, just blink twice, right? And it's just when it's like a breath of fresh air. It feels like oxygen, right?
Yeah.
When you talk about Beanie and what they have done, and again, congratulations on the fact that you're there supporting them as they are coming in to one of their biggest gigs, coming into Coachella. I mean, how excited were you as a Globe family knowing that, they're part of your group, they're part of your family, to be able to hit the world stage in this way?
Yeah, we're very excited because we've been with BD for quite some time now, right? So the thing with Globe, we look for really not just a good match. I would say we're there during the beginning. In any ambassadors that we have from the start of their career, we are there. We grow with them. We work with their needs, very specific. And then, of course, we not just Globe, but the entire community of Globe, I would say, we celebrate all the successes. Them as our ambassadors, but also them representing the Philippines, is very special to all of us because, again, that's the world stage.
Now, Roche, what can our Globe subscribers like myself look forward to for G-Day in the coming years?
Okay, so G-Day. So again, this is our way of thanking all our customers, our subscribers, for being with us. So stay tuned. There will be more. It's not just prizes, I would say. It's really the special experiences.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really getting to know you, and because we know you, we provide, I would say, very not customized at some point, looking at the passion points, unlocking what you actually need in your life, making that delightful feeling, right? So there will be more. It will get only bigger, I would say, more personal, I would say, and more relevant.
And of course, they have this event on Friday and Saturday, correct?
Friday and
Yes.
Saturday. So stay tuned. Go to BGC Amphitheater for our G Fair, supporting our local artisans and partners.
Fantastic. Again, from Beanie to the local artisans and artists to everyone who has been representing Globe, they're absolutely right from the very beginning. Alex Ayala is another good example when it comes to that. And, more power to you. We always end our interviews here with a final question that we always love throwing out on.
Our show is called Beautiful Day. So, Roche, what makes your day beautiful?
Okay, what makes my day beautiful? So echoing the purpose of Globe, right? It's really uplifting Filipino lives every day. So in our own special way, we do that whether you're with the company or as an individual. That's really our purpose, and that makes us happy. That makes me happy.
That makes us,
answer.
that makes us happy as well. Thank you so much for joining us. She is the Globe Chief Marketing Officer, Roche Vandenberghe.
Yan.
so
Oo.
much. Oo.
Thanks, Paolo.
Improving!
Improving. Oo, kaya natin yan.
Kaya. I
you,
love it.
Roche.
Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us this morning.
Thank
All
you.
right, so when we return, I'd love to be BFAR's Chief Information Officer, Mr. Nazer Briguera, on this year's Fish Conservation Week and how it aims to protect our seas, support our fisher folk, and of course, keep fish on our tables.
Plus, our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua. So stay with us. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Now, this week marks the 62nd Fish Conservation Week led by the Department of Agriculture, BFAR, with the theme, Pangisda Masagana, Sapat na Isda sa Bawat Pamilya. Joining us via phone patch to talk about this observance and the initiatives underway is Mr. Rosario the Chief Information Officer of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. Magandang umaga po. Thank you so much for joining us on Beautiful Day.
Yes, good morning, Paolo, at sa lahat ng mga nakikinig ng programa.
Sir Nazer, simulan muna natin with the objective of Fish Conservation Week. Bakit po importante that we spread this awareness and celebrate this year?
Well, of course, the Philippines, being one of the world's richest countries in terms of marine biodiversity, and fish being the cheapest source of protein among Filipinos. So there's really a need for us to raise awareness in terms of protecting and conserving our fisheries and aquatic resources.
Yung tema po ninyo ngayon is Pangisda Masagana, Sapat na Isda sa Bawat Pamilya. What does this say about yung priority po ng BFAR?
Yes. Our theme, Pangisda ang Masagana, Sapat na Isda sa Bawat Pamilya, it actually underscores the importance of food security or sustainable fish efficiency for every Filipino family. No? Gusto nating itampok yung kahalagahan ng kasiguruhan sa pagkain at pagiging sapat ng supply ng ating mga isda sa ating mga palengke at syempre sa hapag ng bawat Pilipino. And this theme also highlights the need to engage society at its smallest unit doon sa pamilya in protecting our oceans, our rivers and lakes, not just for today but also for future generations.
Napaka-ambitious po yan to be able to reach out to yung mga families mismo, the smallest unit here in the Philippines. So we talk about yung mga programa po ninyo being held nationwide for FishCon Week 2025. What can we expect?
Well, every year we celebrate the Fish Conservation Week celebration, and during this part of the year we really highlight or we heighten our call for action in terms of community participation. We encouraging our fisher folk, the local government units, the students, and the general public to join activities such as coastal cleanups, mangrove planting, fishery law enforcement forum, educational campaigns on sustainable fishing practices, and we're actually bringing the campaign in the social media. For example, last Monday, when we kick off the activity, we had this fashionista, a cosplay, highlighting marine species, and also we have this palafishipan. No, it's some sort of frisbee online for our students. So there are actually innovative platforms we highlight the importance of fisheries conservation, Paolo.
Sir Nazer, I have so many questions about yung fashionista, kung anong kina-cosplay ng mga tao doon, kung anong paborito nilang isda. But then, of course, that will be a bit off topic. I wanna now focus on the fact that this is an opportunity to spread awareness on fisherfolk in general, who are one of the more vulnerable sectors in our country. What are the biggest challenges po that you feel that we should start to address, especially this FishCon?
Well, there is one challenge that we continue to confront in terms of fisheries conservation, and that is illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. That's why the government, through the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, continue to implement program in terms of our fight against IUU fishing. So we're actually improving our capacity in terms of patrolling our seas. We also strengthen our collaboration with the local government, and in fact, just to encourage our Bantay Dagat volunteers, we have implemented this insurance program for our Bantay Dagat volunteers, for our law enforcers. So these are all part of our efforts to incentivize those people who are at the front line in our fight against illegal fishing, because illegal fishing, destructive fishing practices undermine the sustainability of our fisheries resources. It remains a challenge for us in terms of sustaining our fisheries and aquatic resources, Paolo.
You mentioned it po, the frontliners, encouraging them to help promote yung responsible aquaculture in particular, and of course trying to incentivize it by basically saying that it will make it sustainable and stable yung fish supply po natin. When we talk about ordinary Filipinos po who are not yet aware of the plight of yung mga fishermen natin, and of course when we talk about yung aquaculture here, including yung illegal fishing, is there anything yung mga ordinaryong mamamayan that they can do to try and help fight this issue in particular?
That's actually a good question, no? Lalo na doon sa mga nasa syudad, no? Nasa mga malalaking lungsod katulad ng Metro Manila, parang sasabihin natin, ano naman pwede naming magawa? Malayo naman kami sa karagatan, no? But even ordinary citizens can actually contribute to upholding the integrity of our marine environment, no? Dito sa Metro Manila, patuloy tayo nangangampanya na yung pagtatapon ng basura, no, sa ating mga kanal, sa ating mga maliliit na katubigan, ay kailangang pigilan natin ito at huwag tayong mag-ambag sa polusyon. Dahil itong mga dumi nito ay dumadaloy din ito sa ating karagatan at ito ang pumapatay doon sa ating mga sa ating marine habitats. Ito ang sumisira sa ating marine habitats. So mga simpleng pamamaraan katulad ng hindi pagtatapon ng basura, yung pag-iwas irresponsableng pagtapon ng basura, malaking tulong ito, malaking ambag. And of course, we have this market denial, no? Alamin natin kung ano yung mga species na hindi dapat binibili sa palengke, no? Yung mga endangered species. At tayo na mismo ng mga consumers ang gumawa ng paraan para wag itong bilhin. Ipag-alam na ito'y bawal na bilhin. So itong mga ganitong simple efforts, no, na pwede nating magawa, we can actually significantly contribute to the protection and conservation of our fisheries and aquatic resources, Paolo.
Well, it's great to hear, Sir Nazer, especially about just being able to not contribute or prevent pollution sa mga waterways po natin. I didn't realize that we could also protect aquaculture apart from preventing flooding dito sa Metro in particular. Sir, before we let you go, ano pong message nyo, final message to the fisher folk and of course those interested in taking part in FishCon 2025?
Well, our call for action, no, our main message during this Fish Conservation Week celebration that we do every year. So let us work together to protect our oceans and our inland waters. Fish conservation is not just the responsibility of the government; it's everyone's responsibility. Meaning, when we protect our fish today, we secure food and livelihoods tomorrow.
Maraming salamat. He is the Chief Information Officer of BFAR, Mr. Nazer Briguera. Thank you so much for sharing insights on this year's Fish Conservation Week. Maraming salamat po. Have a great morning.
Maraming salamat. Thank you for this opportunity, Paolo.
And that's it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now it's time for us to find out what the stars have in store for us today. Let's hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo, Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope ngayong araw ng Wednesday, September 17. Simulan natin sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat. Hindi mo kailangan maging people pleaser, mas mahalaga ang maging honest. Gold at 3. Kay Oksaman tayo, make time for your loved ones. Simpleng oras, malaking epekto. Blue at 6. Kay Tiger naman tayo, good day para magbenta ng mga second hand na mga items. Gray at 1. Kay Year of the Rabbit naman tayo, makakatanggap ka ng compliment mula kay boss. White at 4. Kay Year of Dragon naman tayo, iwasan ang pride. May hindi magandang epekto yan ngayon. Red at 7. Kay Year of the Snake naman tayo, huwag madaliin ang feelings. Kung hindi ka pa sure sa nararamdaman mo. Silver at 2. Kay Year of the Horse naman tayo, natural lang ang magselos. Pero huwag sobra-sobra. Baka nakakasakal at nakakasira na yan ng relasyon. Yellow at 5. Kay Year of the Ship naman tayo, pakinggan ang opinion ng partner. Huwag maging close-minded. Purple at 9. Kay Year of the Monkey naman tayo, maging proactive sa team. Mas may impact yan kesa sa inakala mo. Green at 6. At kay Year of the Rooster naman tayo, iwas muna sa kaka-check out. Baka hindi na fit sa budget mo. Orange at 8. Kay Year of the Dog naman tayo, mag-relax sa gabi. Iwasan ang mental overload. Gray at 1. Kay Year of the Pig naman tayo, iwas muna sa matatamis mga sweet. Baka papait na problema ang bumalik sa'yo. White at 4. Paalala lang ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. So my horoscope for today, according to him, is kausapin ko yung aking partner and kailangan hindi raw ako closed-minded. I have to be open-minded. Parang networking, di ba? Kailangan open-minded ka. Ikaw, yung selos mo, ingat-ingatan mo.
Selos ba ako?
Are you a jealous guy?
Sa love life?
Oo.
Not really.
Not really. So hindi ka seloso. You're kasi alam mong pogi ka, so you're so confident hindi ka nagsiselos.
May konting kapal ng mukha involved. Admittedly, ha? Admittedly. But no, I mean like there's a difference
dyan,
kasi between
pogi problems.
No, it's I don't know. It's like confidence in the relationship, confidence in your partner.
Okay.
'Di ba? So I mean like may trust involved din yan eh. So yung jealousy para sa akin not there as much.
Pero, you know, sometimes it's nice to, for a girl to know na nagsiselos din yung partner nila, ha?
Yeah, pero yung payo ni
there's a
Master
kilig.
Hans kasi minsan, nakakasakal na daw.
Sa point, sa'yo naman, sa case mo naman, wala na. Hindi aabot sa point na nakakasakal because it's barely there.
Well, I mean like, look, right
Jealousy's
now,
barely there.
Like right now, si MJ, my partner, is going to go to Boracay. I'm jealous of Boracay kasi nandun siya.
Ang labo.
Oh, di ba?
Ang labo nung pinagseselosan mo. Pogi problems talaga yan. So, to our viewers na pogi rin, like Pao, I'm sure you're experiencing the same thing, di ba? Sabi nga ni Michelangelo Buddy Q on YouTube, he says, pogi ni Prof. Pao. O, di ba? Michelangelo Buddy Q says, good morning, Gorgeous Ann at Prof. Pao. Thank you. Cute tumawa ni Gorgeous Ann. Really? I think my tawa is too loud for TV. But anyway, Vladimir De Leon says, Merry Christmas. Pasko na. Chiquito, of course, counting down the days. Still
Go,
Christmas
Chiki.
for us. Go, Chiki. Oh, Chiki, you haven't answered our question yet kung taga saan ka ba? Are you
Time zone
from...
mo.
Oo, yeah, kasi we wanna know. Kasi parang one
We felt
day
like
in
you were
advance.
a day in
ka eh.
advance. Oh,
Yes.
Baka taga UK or are we ahead or are they ahead? Or Australia. They're ahead.
Australia,
They're
yeah,
ahead.
diba?
Oh,
So
baka Australia.
baka nandun siya. So anyway, we're also saying hi to Joel Endriga, RJ Scott, Jenny Kerubian, Alvin Saguitan, and Becca D. There you go. They are our viewers on Facebook. And I love it how, you know, when we do the news and then we talk about the news,
Yeah.
right? And our viewers also react by typing their thoughts on Facebook. So they chime in on the conversation. I wish I could read all of them. Some are censored and some are too long.
Well,
but
kasi
thank you
naman,
so much for
it's
joining us.
so interesting. And
It is.
what I love
Yeah.
about our ability to actually talk about the news, diba? Kasi everyone has an opinion.
Yeah.
And I love reading the opinions, dissenting or approving from our friends online. Kaya if you are online, again, if you like what you see, our names are Paolo and Ann. If you don't, our names are Monique Tuzon. Okay? That's who we are. Alright? And George
And George
Kahilig.
Kahilig.
Alright? I'm George Kahilig. She's Monique Tuzon. Kung ayaw niyo yung show na to, yun po ang pangalan namin.
And so far, parang okay naman, na happy naman yung viewers natin with the messages. So thank you very much again. Thank you so much for joining us, for sending all these messages, for joining our conversations and our arguments as well. John Victor, ayan, humabol pa. John Victor says, good morning, watching on TV, YouTube, Blast TV, and listening on Mellow 94.7 BFM, di ba?
Ayun, bili ka rin ng Samsung. Nasa Samsung din kami.
I feel like nga na ano, I feel like yung living room ni John Victor is kind of like our newsroom, yung maraming TV screens,
Oo.
diba? Tapos he's tuned in to all of the
Or baka mahilig siya sa
channels.
CCTV setup, yung maraming monitor. Oo. But okay, we gotta
But yeah,
move on
thank
here.
you
Oh,
so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We are not yet closing our comment section on YouTube and Facebook. You guys can still join us, of course, especially if you want to send messages our way and questions for our guests, because later on the show, we are sitting down with a rising OPM artist whose music is striking a chord with listeners in a truly personal way. He's got a story that speaks about resilience, healing, and finding your voice, and he's telling it through his songs. Stick around. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Beautiful Day. Our next guest is a talented rising artist who's bringing his unique sound to the OPM scene. He is a singer-songwriter who's making a name for himself with his heartfelt and authentic music. And today he is here to share his journey and his latest projects. Here's Gab Cabangon as he performs his upcoming single, Pieces, on Daymix.
Let the tears roll down your face. There's no shame in crying. I know you've been trying. Sometimes life just doesn't go your way. You try to find the remedy to all of the uncertainty. You can break down, even fall apart. Let yourself be in pieces, be in pieces. Just let it go and fall into my arms. I'll pick up the pieces, pick up the pieces. You think that you're all alone, like you're the only one drowning, and it's just so overwhelming. No, but know that I'm a shoulder to lean on, so you can let it all out. No need to hold it all in. And you can break down or even fall apart. Let yourself be in pieces, be in pieces. Just let it go and fall into my arms. I'll pick up the pieces, pick up the pieces. You can let it go. let the tears roll down. I'll hold you together. I'll hold you together. We can break down, even fall apart. Let ourselves be in pieces, be in pieces. Just let it go and fall into my arms. I'll help you pick up the pieces, pick up the pieces. Whoa, 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 whoa. And you can break down, even fall apart. Let yourself be in pieces, be in pieces. Help you pick up the pieces, pick up the pieces.
Gab Cabangon, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Day Mix on Beautiful Day. Gab, join us, please. And of course, that song is called Pieces.
Yes.
That is his debut single. His first single as a solo artist, am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Welcome to the show. First and foremost, good morning and thank you for waking up to join us live and to sing. For that matter, ang hirap kumanta pag umaga, di ba?
Oh, that may have been the biggest challenge in his young career.
Yeah.
Yeah, waking up at like 4:30 in the morning, tapos just getting your voice ready to sing at least once. Ang buti nga isang kanta lang. Yeah.
Bakit ni-request ba namin like isang set?
Actually, why not?
Well, if you were gonna ask me to do that, di naman ako hihindi.
Oh, that's so sweet. But you know
Next
what?
time.
I was telling Pao earlier that kanina nagsa-soundcheck ka and I was listening to your soundcheck. Sabi ko, ang ganda soundcheck lang. Like soundcheck, 1, 2. He was really singing it.
Yeah, but the song was better.
The song was better, of course. It's
That's
called
good.
Pieces.
That's great.
Yeah, let's talk about it. But the song is just absolutely beautiful and very heartfelt. So this is your debut single.
Yes.
Let's talk more about this. What inspired you to write this song, and how did you decide na ito yung song that would be your first formal release?
All right. So I wrote that at the height of the pandemic, and it wasn't actually originally something that I thought of releasing. It was actually an anniversary gift. Kasi I gave it as a gift to my then girlfriend. Ngayon, asawa ko na siya.
I'm so happy that you followed it up with asawa mo na.
I usually joke sa spills ko eh. Magpo-post ako and then, kasi ex ko siya. Ngayon kasi asawa ko na eh.
Perfect.
But so I gave it as a gift and kasi I don't think anybody remembers the pandemic very fondly. It was really a time of a lot of uncertainty. Tapos I just wanted to write something na to be something like of an assurance song that as I said in the chorus, it's okay not to be okay, because I'll be there to be a crying shoulder, to be your support system. And then I recorded it on my phone, voice memo recording, and then I sent the demo to my wife, and then next thing I knew, she was doing a video call just to say na pinayak ko siya with the track.
Oh, that is so sweet.
And then I started playing that song in live stream gigs because that was the only way we could do like music performances at the time. And then I had friends and people tell me na they were able to relate to the song. So I figured na, okay, so this song had a bigger purpose pala. And then when I decided to, okay, I want to be a recording artist, I decided that this was going to be the first single as the introduction to me as Gab Cabangon, the solo artist.
It's funny how things evolve to something super personal, a personal message to just one person who you really cared about. And all of a sudden, you're now speaking to a much wider audience. When you talk about yung theme na yan, it actually goes well with your self-description. You describe yourself as a nonchalant millennial sad boy.
Oh,
God.
When I read that and I listened to your lyrics, naisip ko, we did grow up to that music, yung mga millennial, yung mga emotional, mga emo.
Oh yeah,
mga hugot.
I am a product of the music of my generation. So
That hugot culture. Yeah.
But I think the hugot thing, and I think it's a very Filipino thing.
It is, though. Yeah.
Regardless of kung if you are from the VST and company era, to like yung mga the sugar free and
Yes,
Eraserheads, and then all the way to like the Ben and Bens and the Four of Spades. Parang I think yung Filipino music is very romantic in itself.
Yes.
So, so yeah, I think talaga in my case with my music, I am really a product of all my influences, and kaya ko siya ginawang parang nonchalant kasi people have always mentioned na when I'm on stage I'm very chill at the start, but I get I'm very soulful raw as a singer in my own way. So ginawa ko ng marketing tagline ko, I guess, yung buong thing. And I'm not shy. I don't shy away naman from my age. I'm definitely like millennial.
Yeah. And I hope you don't, because I think you're only younger than me by a year or two. So don't. When I want to focus a bit about yung background mo. You mentioned a lot about your influences, right?
Yes.
You've been around the music scene for a while. In
Yeah.
fact, you even have your professional life around music. I mean, like just looking at your LinkedIn, which we can all access, by the way, you have been working with all these artists. You've been working around the local music scene.
Yes.
What made you decide to, okay, it's my turn. Time to release my own single?
I think it was a series of events. It was a gradual progression to that decision. Kasi yung before the pandemic, I was always a frontman guy. I was always active with my band, and then the pandemic changed everything. Then I figured I also wanted to try doing solo music. At first I thought I was gonna be content lang to be a gigging artist, because that's always what I've been known for, like yung gumigig sa mga bars, cafes. But then I've always had this like desire and passion to become a songwriter as well. So I yung gradually got to that decision, and then late last year, I figured na okay, I'm in a position right now to actually invest on my music. I'm in a position right now na wala na talaga akong excuses whatsoever not to release music. Kasi as you said, na I wear different hats in the music industry, and it would have been very kind of hypocritical if I'm also an artist pero hindi ako nagre-release ng music, and yet I always preach about encouraging other people to let's push Filipino music by creating more original songs. So ika nga ni Sir Jim Paredes, I think yung he always says na the first step talaga when it comes to pursuing your music journey is showing up. So this is me deciding to show up, and today I showed up at like 6:30 in the morning.
And what a perfect way to really release that song, right? And make our viewers hear it. It's a beautiful song to start their morning. And music is in your blood. Of course, your father,
Of course.
Noel Cabangon.
Yeah.
When was the moment when you realized that music wasn't just something that you grew up with? Kasi syempre, with your parentage, right, musical parentage, but something that you needed to do, not just following your father's footsteps, but also creating your own voice, your own sound.
Okay, so I really got into music for the simple reason. When I was 13 years old, I did not want to be in the household, to be the only one in the household who did not know how to play the guitar.
Okay.
Yun talaga ang because before that I really wasn't planning on like getting into music. Of course I listened to music, but I never considered at the time like yung pursuing it as a hobby or as a passion. But then so contrary to popular belief, yung nanay ko ang nagturo sa akin maggitara.
Really?
Yeah, no. So my nanay used to be actually the executive director of PETA. So
okay.
so talagang nasa arts world talaga ang aking orientation. But it was nanay who taught me how to play the guitar, and then si tatay na sa gilid, he'll give suggestions and advice. And then as he would say, ayun na.
Yeah.
I got into music because I fell in love with the craft itself. And syempre sa high school, it was really kind of like yung my platform for self-expression. It was my space talaga to be creative, to some would say be vulnerable and be free. And then tuloy-tuloy na, I never really thought of myself not really doing music. Kahit na if like I would have other yung responsibilities, parang music was I always thought na music was always gonna be part of it. And yeah, yung with this upcoming single that I'm releasing on Friday, I'm really excited na this is gonna be like my debut talaga as a recording artist. I don't people have known me before in pre-pandemic as the frontman of KE, as a gigging artist, and kung hindi naman yun as a music professional and advocate of Filipino music. So right now I'm excited to introduce a new hat sa industry as a singer-songwriter na recording artist.
What I love about your story is that you spent the majority of your professional life supporting people, promoting people.
Yes.
You've done it for sports, Philippine Olympic Commission. You've done it for Ben and Ben right now as a head of socials, if I'm not mistaken. You've done it for OPM. You've done it for all these different organizations and groups. And right now, you have to do it for yourself. We're running out of time, but as we do so, I want to understand how you feel right now personally that you're doing what you've been doing for other people, now for yourself.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of collaboration.
Yeah.
Malaking bagay yun. I think if there's anything I've learned with my other hats and past lives is that collaboration talaga is important, and malaking bagay I guess that I also was able to develop like my what direction and vision I wanted for especially for pieces and for how I wanted to introduce myself as a solo artist. I am honestly both excited and very, very nervous with this upcoming release. I do hope people like it, but at the same time, I can't deny that there's pressure talaga. There's personal pressure for me because I also want to be good. I want to earn people's respect in my own terms and in my own way. But at the same time, I'm very excited rin kasi I've always wanted to release my own music, and then I finally get to do it after 10 years. The last time I released music was CDs pa ang very indie pa na pupunta pa kami sa
Alam mo
Cubao.
ba yung CD, Paolo?
ka pa ng
Inabutan
CD?
mo ba?
Oh, nabutan ko yun!
Yan yung as in pupunta pa kami sa Cubao kamuling para magpa-produce ng CDs.
Yeah. And you have a release party, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I have a very, very intimate release party in Backdoor, Maginhawa. So, funny story, that bar used to be like a rehearsal studio where we used to jam when we were in college. And now, next thing we knew, it was a listening bar with a really nice vinyl record. So, kung may mga mahilig dito sa vinyls, you can check it out. But yeah, on the day of the song drop, I'm also doing a release party.
Perfect. All right. So
Wait, we have a question for you from our viewer on Facebook. John Victor is asking, sino daw ang gusto mong dream artist na makolab?
Oh, international or
both.
Maybe both, yeah.
So many. Pag international, I am a John Mayer guy. So
that would
work.
be perfect.
I mean,
perfect sa sad boy millennial.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sobrang sobrang perfect. Bias ko si John Mayer. If it's local, if it's a new artist, I've always gone on record. I've always been a big fan of Dilaw. So that's the alternative rock side ng rockista talaga rin ako.
Oh. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Alam mo, here on the show, pag minamanifest, nangyayari most of the time.
So John Mayer.
John Mayer, if
You've heard
you're
it
watching.
Nako, baka I might spend time just asking him to sign my guitars.
But before we let you go, Gab, we always ask our guests this one question. Our show is called Beautiful Day. So what makes your day beautiful?
Oh, my wife. I guess that's the first thing that came to my head. And just being able to pursue my passion. Those are the two things. And then just trying to live my day being yung promoting Filipino music and yung promoting yung being Filipino. If there's anything I've learned from my parents, yun naman talaga ang something that I try to do, yung excellence of craft and also yung being proud of who we are as a society and as a culture.
And thank you so much for coming on the show, for promoting Filipino music, and of course promoting Filipino music by promoting yourself as well. And we wish you all the best.
Yes,
Thank
good
you.
luck.
With the journey mo. And
On your release party, on the release of your song and your album.
all right. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is a 99 days before Christmas. Wala pa siyang Christmas special nun. Wala pa. But 99 days till Christmas.
But you
ladies and
still have
gentlemen.
time to come out with a Christmas song.
Oh my God, I'm not competing with John Marie Chan.
I mean,
I'm not competing with Sir JMC.
you don't have to compete.
You don't have to compete.
Yeah,
Pwede namang like
Ayoko nahiya ako, boss ko siya sa OPM eh.
But thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
Gab
for having me.
Cabangon, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
thank you so much.
you.
That's a wrap on our show this Wednesday, September 17. And it was a pleasure introducing the next competition for Marie Chan. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Remember, keep it cool and take it easy.
And I'm Ann Asis-Carilo. Have a great day and a great, I was going to say weekend, but it's not yet the weekend. Always, yeah. Have a great day ahead. Always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful Day!